Hello, my name is Anthem Salgado, representing artofhustle.com, where art meets entrepreneurship. Today we're going to talk about basics for building your business. A lot of times I will speak with all manner of individuals with all manner of ideas. Sometimes they're teachers, sometimes they're aspiring technology entrepreneurs, sometimes they're people with community ideas for building cultural spaces and happenings. That's always great. It's something I encourage, using one's imagination, but also it's equally as important to consider what your income strategies are. Surprisingly, a lot of people who have brilliant ideas and always talk about how everything would just work out and how this is the one big thing that they'd love to put all their energy towards, oftentimes they haven't really thought about how it's going to pay for itself. So let's keep in mind that whatever it is you're conjuring for your next big dream project, you should also really consider who the heck is going to pay for it. Simple question. Who is going to pay for it? Who's going to fund it? Where are you going to find this money? Who is the target audience? What are you selling? Are you selling a product or a service? And in either case, in what increments are you selling your products or services? In other words, what are people going to expect to receive when they make a purchase? And lastly, of course, what amount of money will people be paying for these products or services? I'm not raising all these questions to put rain on your parade, but it is actually easier to answer than you think. In the very beginning, at least you should use yourself as a model. And by that I mean as a model client. So for instance, how much would you pay for this particular product or service? How much have you paid historically for this product or service? When was the last time you bought anything like this, and in what amount? And you would probably begin to, having answered those questions, develop an idea for who the target audience is. Now, if you end up admitting that you haven't bought anything that you're expecting to sell, probably you're outside of your area of expertise, right? So how do you even know if the product or service is going to move if you've never participated in this arena to begin with? So you actually have to look to yourself in the very beginning, at least, to learn more about this marketplace. Having said that, you can't be your only individual in the target audience. Otherwise, the model would collapse upon itself pretty quickly. You'd also need to be able to identify lots of people like yourself who have bought or participated in the purchase of a product or service similar to the one that you are suggesting. Once you figure out who that target audience is, what's great is you'll be able to bring at least a mock-up version of your idea into production early on, before you even start asking people for all kinds of favors or money. I mean, just begin, see how well it goes, start taking notes, and from then on you'll have something to build upon. You'll actually have tangible numbers and research from having done the work, rather than having sat around and kept it all in a conceptual stage, never really knowing if this idea that you say is going to work has any viability in the real world. So those are the things that I would suggest outright for folks who are looking to begin. And I speak from my own experience because that's what I've done with my own business. There's always room for improvement, but certainly that's where I started, that's how I started, and I would encourage you to conjure the same things when you begin. Hope that helps. Thank you, and tune back in for more info and tons of free tips at artofhustle.com.